So today we are looking at the value of pi. That is a pi, and remember, this is not just a meat pie. No, we are talking about the circumference, and we are looking at the value of the pi. So for us to find the value of the pi, we need to understand what pi is. So pi is a ratio, and mostly when we are talking about a ratio, we are talking about two figures, and we look at how they are related to each other. So, and ratios appear more like fractions. For instance, you can have A and B. So this is a ratio, which is the same as saying A to B, which is the same as saying A to B. So I'm saying pi is a ratio. And the other thing that we need to know is that with the pi, it means this ratio has got two different distance around the circle. So the value of a pi, we are talking about this circle. So we could say pi is a ratio of two different distances. Pi is ratio of two different distances on a circle. You have this circle, so we are talking about two different distances. So there are two. The first one is the distance around a circle. So this is the distance around the circle. Last time we mentioned to say the distance around the circle is called the perimeter, or you could say the circumference. Then the next one is the distance across a circle. Across, we could just fold this one. And this is what it means to say across. And we can draw a line. We draw a line. Okay, yes. So there are two distances here. There is one around. The one around is called the circumference. Then across is called diameter. So if you talk about distance around a circle, it is the circumference. Distance across a circle is diameter. So when we talk about pi, we are simply saying a ratio of C for circumference, and we are talking about D for diameter. This is what it is to say the pi. And all the time, pi is always equal to 3.14159, or simply you can have two decimal places where you have 3.14159, two decimal places there. You can simply say pi is equal to 3.14. That's what it means. As a fraction as well, so this is pi, this is pi. As a fraction, this can be changed. We can even say pi is 22/7. So every time we talk about pi in circumference, it's either 3.14159 or 3.14 or 22.7. But how do we get to these figures here? And this is an activity that I want us to do. I have folded this. I would like to find the diameter. I want to find the diameter so I can measure. So I use my ruler here to measure from 0 there. So we measure. So when we try to measure, we're starting from 0. This is millimeters. So 0 there is 1 there, 2. So straight it goes on here until we get to, say, somewhere 12. So that is the diameter. So diameter is equal to 12. So I will write here diameter is equal to 12 millimeters. I'm using millimeters there. diameter. The next one is the circumference. The circumference, we are going to measure this. That is the perimeter, the distance around a given shape. So I'm going to use this. So there, I'm going to use a string there, going round there, round there, round here, round there. I'm trying to go round there. It goes round there, round there, round there. Oh, it ends there. So I have this part. Let me use just this other thread. I think from here to go around, I'll end somewhere. Yes, I started from here, so end there. I think I can even cut there. Okay, there we are. Good. So this is not there, so we want to find the circumference, and I'll get back to my ruler here. So I'll put this string from 0 there. From 0 it goes there, so it goes somewhere. Where does it end? It ends on 29. I think this is 29, so I'll write 29 here. 29. Remember, though I'm writing 29 there, there is this, so 29 plus this there. Oh, 29 plus, I think it ends at 9, as you can see there, 9. So 29 plus 9, when I add, this is going to be 18, carry 1, this is going to be 39 millimeters. So the distance around here, measuring, because I can't measure with this ruler here, but at least this which can at least bend there. So it is 30, I'll write it here, 38 millimeters. So what do we say the value of the pi? We said it is the circumference. Remember, we said distance, the distance between two different distances on a of a given figure. So this is the c, which is the circumference, over the d. This is the ratio. So we can go ahead, because this is two different distances on a circle. So we can say, what is our circumference there? It is 38 over, what is our diameter? It is 12. So let's try to divide there. So we are saying the 12 must get into 38. 12 cannot get into 3, but can get into 38. How many times? 3. 3 times 2, that is 6. 3 times 1, that is 3. When you take away, you are going to have 2 there. Now here, meaning there is there's nothing here, but we have to know that there's a decimal point here. When you put a decimal point here and put a 0 there, 12 into 20, there's a decimal point this time, decimal point, it is 1. 1 times 12, it is 12. When you take away, there's a 1 there. 1, you borrow 1, becomes 10. 10 minus 2, 8. 1 minus 1, 0. Remember, there are a lot of zeros there. So we can bring another 0. This 0 came here, down, bring again the 0 into 80. So into 80, 12 into 80. So we're saying 12 into 80. We can say 5, which is 1060. No. So 6. Yes, let's look at 6. So we say 6 times 2, that is 12, carry 1. 6 times 1, 6 plus 1, 7. So it goes on. Can't get 2 from 0, you borrow. So this is 7, and it becomes 8. So you realize that it's 3.1666. Just that, because we are not accurate. We are trying to get closer, or to say we are trying to estimate, but you could see this is 3.16, which is similar to 3.14. 3.14, we go to 3.16. so this is what I meant here to say the circumference, the distance. You have the ratio there. This is the big point that we need to know, to say if you talk about the pi, we are talking about two distances: distance around a circle, distance across a circle. When you do the measurement, it has to be closer to this. It has to be closer to this, and indeed it is closer, 3.16. So the pi, every time we are talking about pi, please, this should come into our mind. It is 3.14159 or 3.14 or 22/7. Thank you very much.